Alright, so here I am. It's been a while since I've done a When Games Happens micro. And so me and Carlo Rossi are playing some Crash Bandicoot N-Sane Trilogy, which is obviously a bottom-up remake of the Crash Bandicoot games. And it is just an absolute joy to play. I'll talk a little bit more about it here in a bit, but I just want to explain something real quick. If you don't know who Carlo Rossi is, ask your parents. Anyway, we're playing... I still said we're... We are playing the N-Sane Trilogy, which is a remake of Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3. I just completed the first level of 3 because I'm just goofing off. I'm just having a little bit of fun. I have not beaten any of these games in the trilogy on this yet. I mean, I've beaten 2 and 3. I never did beat the original Crash Bandicoot on PlayStation. I didn't own it as a kid at any given point ever. I only played it when I downloaded it on the PlayStation 3. Hold on, let me make this so you can hear me a little better. Sorry about that. I should have done that to begin with. Anyway. Right. So here I'm stepping on the thing and you jump into the portal. That's how Crash Bandicoot Warped works. You step on the buttons and then you jump into the portal. I thought that was really clever. Crash Bandicoot Warped is a very great game. It really is. Although I do enjoy Crash Bandicoot 2 Wrath of Cortex a lot more. I want to do a little bit of a brief update as well as a little bit of a little goofy When Games Happens micro. There may be more than one micro featuring this game. Before I forget this, I am a word before I am a man. I was a creature before I could stand. Sorry. Every time I say before I forget, I have to quote that song, even though that's the worst Slipknot song ever made. Anyway, Carlo Rossi, everybody, give him a round of applause. Or just slap me because I have him on the show tonight. Anyway, I wanted to give a little bit of an update. Really? Just barely the edge of the tail and I got hit. That's annoying. But, ooh. I was not necessarily trying to hit that. Okay. But between moving, coming up with ideas for episodes, and just different other things going on in life, I'm definitely going to be doing a whole lot more. There's going to be more stuff. I keep saying every year there's going to be more episodes of different types of content, all kinds of different stuff that I keep saying I plan to do, I want to do. Well, this year I'm actually going to do it. 2018 is going to be the year that I actually start doing a number of the things that I had said I was originally intending to do. I mean, smacking my face against a wall is definitely not one of those things. But so far, it's one of the things I've done, just like smacking my face into a barrel. But it is adorable that the little tiger cub, you know, licks my face when I'm done. This is tricky. You gotta time your stuff just right. But anyway, I'm trying to avoid one obstacle and I'm getting hit by another because I'm not paying close enough attention. There we go. That was not that hard, but again, I'm not paying very much attention. As is with a lot of these older games. I mean, you gotta pay better attention, you know what I mean? I only played Crash Bandicoot Warped one time all the way through. And that was when I had downloaded it on the PlayStation Store. That's so cute. Anyway, I'm glad that the PS4 has its own native maybe not native, but its own built-in capture software. It's not ideal, I know. The resolution's not quite right. The frame rate is a little bit lackluster. And I know that. I'm not too thrilled myself. But at the same time... Oh! I did not know it was going to jump down. Okay, it's taken me a while. The last time I played Crash Bandicoot 3 was in 2014, I believe. No, it was 2013. Yeah. Last time I played Crash Bandicoot 3, it was back in 2013. Or either early 2014, roughly. Something around then. There's no reason that the PS4 cannot render this game in 60 frames without skipping a beat. I'm pretty sure it most certainly can run 60 frames per second without skipping a beat, but I think the reason why they made it back, they scaled it back to 30 frames per second was to make the button input lag a little bit smoother. But when you jump or especially hit the attack button, there is a slight input lag. I've heard a couple other reviewers mention it. I cannot remember who those reviewers are, but they have mentioned that this is certainly a problem in this remake. I like this remake a lot. Don't get me wrong, you should definitely pick it up, especially if you haven't played these games before. But as far as perfectionism goes, it leaves a little bit to be desired because the button press is slightly delayed. You might say, oh, that's the TV you're using. You're slightly correct, but at the same time, I've seen some other reviewers, again, I don't remember who they are. I just don't offhand. I'm not trying to protect anybody, I just don't know who they are. But I mean, there have been people who have said straight up that, okay, yeah, the input lag is a problem. Moving around seems to be fine. Sorry about the notification. I'm recording the audio with my phone. Don't worry, and I know it's not the most ideal way to do this, so I'll clean that up, you know, and then in the future. I'm gonna be buying new stuff and working on upgrading the quality of the show, which will also upgrade the quality of the micros by proxy, so I'm going to be using all the same exact stuff. So it's definitely going to become a lot better. I should have paid better attention to that. So, anyway. I'm just kind of enjoying these graphics, so I'm not paying enough attention to what I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah, it does look a lot better. If you've not played Crash Bandicoot games, or at least the original 3 on the PlayStation, then this is definitely a great way to play it. Is it the definitive way? I would say no, especially since there's a very noticeable input delay when you hit the jump button. I don't remember that sort of delay being on the PlayStation version. I might make a follow when I do my actual episode on the N-Sane Trilogy. I'll probably make direct comparisons to the original, and it will not be a technical review because that'll probably get ridiculous. I just do not have the particular know-how to really explain it technically, or the equipment or software to explain it as technically as possible, and that is not a lot of time or space to maneuver around those two obstacles right there. That's why I keep dying. This is difficult, although I don't remember having any problem with this first time I played it, but then again, Carlo Rossi was not with me when I did it the first time. I got past it that time. Oh, this is difficult. And this is like the first world, so. But, you know, Uka Uka,
You can, bathe in slime and just ruin your paint job. That's what I wish for you. I wish the utmost slime and ruining of your paint job and destruction of those ridiculously painted lips you have. And you keep laughing. You keep laughing. I'm sure you'll be proud of yourself. This is supposed to be partly an update video, but it's mostly been a video about how bad I am at a game. So in other words, there's absolutely nothing new going on when games happen. So there's going to be a lot going on. This series has a focus on a story. There's a storyline to this. This is not just about reviewing games. It's not about just playing games. First and foremost, if you haven't picked up on that already, or maybe you're just tuning in just because you see me playing Crash N-Sane Trilogy, I want you to know this is When Games Happen is a story-driven skit series that just happens to be sandwiched with a Let's Play. So, I mean, you can kind of think of Angry Video Game Nerd plus The Continue Show. One of my favorite explanations is it's like Mystery Science Theater 3000, but it's video games and not movies. So, if you're into that sort of thing, that's what this is. When Games Happen Micro, When Games Happen Micro is it's just me kind of doing what I need to, and just kind of doing a little bit of a Let's Play. I usually have other people with me, and we're just kind of chilling out, and it's fun. And it's not in canon continuity with the other episodes, regardless of what Candy Bones might say in the future. He's not here for this one, and there's a good reason for it. Ooh, I hit him. I hit that enemy just right in time. I feel good about that. Woo! It's tricky. It's time to rock around. It's right on time. But believe me, I'm gonna play SSX Tricky at some point. I really want to get another copy of it. It was one of my favorite games growing up. I really want to do more with this channel. I want to do more with the show. There is a story-driven aspect to When Games Happens. It does not apply to When Games Happens Micro, although it will be referenced in When Games Happens Micro. But When Games Happens Micro is not canon. It's just for funsies. I like When Games Happens Micro as a means of either saying something I need to say, or me and my friends are hanging out. For instance, after Xerxes, me, Toma, and Chris Helton, also known as Admiral Popeye, that was when we played Mario Bros. 8 Deluxe on Toma's Switch. He had just gotten the Switch and he wanted to play it, and I'm a huge fan of Mario Kart. I think it's a ton of fun, especially Mario Kart 8. It's just an absolutely terrific kart racer, and because not a whole lot of people are making kart racers anymore after the Wii, had stopped, you don't have a whole lot of kart racers in the game anymore. So, Mario Kart 8 really gets to shine, and the Deluxe Edition is every bit worth the Deluxe moniker. It's a fantastic game, and I'm glad Nintendo made it, and it's just tons of fun. Absolutely great. And I finally beat that fracking level. Not that that level had anything to do with fracking, but let's do that. But anyway, I like having the When Games Happens micros loosey-goosey and good to work with. So that's kind of what I'm all about, you know what I mean? I want to keep it fresh. So, that's it. That's it for this When Games Happens micro. So I'll see y'all later. because I'm going to be on camera more. There's going to be live streams. Maybe not necessarily of games. It's just going to be more. There's going to be more content going on, for sure. I've been saying that I'm going to do it for years and years and years, but guess what? It's been way too long. So it's going to happen. So thanks.